Hey y'all, I'm back. Another session. How is everybody today? Good. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Y'all know how my sessions go. Get out some pen, get out some paper, because I'm going to go fast. And I'm going to stay on time. I'm going to make my time today. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Shopify 101. So Shopify is best used for anybody that sells a product, any e-commerce business. I recommend, if you're selling even if it's a digital product, I recommend having a Shopify. Even if you are a service-based business and maybe your website is hosted on Wix or Squarespace, Squarespace being my favorite, I still recommend if the selling portion of the website should be on Shopify because it has some amazing benefits, and we're going to just jump right in. All right. So again, my name is Christina Mendez. I'm a founder of Irene Marie Co. I'm a marketing agency where I help corporate brands market and small business owners make money online. And I'm actually a Shopify partner. That means I went through the training to get certified to be able to teach you guys on Shopify and have the skills to build Shopifys for small businesses. All right, why Shopify? So 457 million people bought from Shopify last year. When people ask me why should I choose Shopify over maybe Wix or WooCommerce, the difference is Shopify literally designed their platforms to help you sell. It's actually, I like to coin it, it's not a website, it's an online store. So their whole purpose is selling. It's in the interface of how you upload your products. It's everything. It's an online store to help you sell versus your other web hosters like Wix, Squarespace. Those are there for design. Those are there for the look of it. Shopify don't care about none of that. Shopify wants y'all to get some money. So if you are trying to sell and your main business is selling a product, it makes no sense for you not to be on Shopify. If you got a Wix right now, go ahead and switch. All right. I hate Wix. All right, so there's 5 things that we're going to focus on when it comes to Shopify today. There's 5 components that you need to get right in order for your Shopify to be optimized for success. It is your template, which is how it looks, the design of your website, right? Your inventory management, how you go about managing your inventory inside of your Shopify. Your images, which is a big part on if you're going to make a sale or not, the apps that you use, and your analytics. If you get all 5 of these things right, you're well-versed in Shopify, and you'll begin to make sales on your own. All right, so let's talk about your Shopify template. So this is a screenshot inside of a client's Shopify. So when you first start your Shopify account, it's going to look like this. You'll have some type of dashboard, home, orders, and products on this left side. And at the bottom, it's going to say free templates. You can start with a free template. And if you've had Shopify for maybe over a year or 2, I recommend actually going back into this button right here and updating your theme to the version 2. So if you've had Shopify like 3 years, you started out with, everybody starts out with a template called Debut. I can literally look at Shopify themes and be like, oh, they're using Debut. Oh, they're using Showcase. Because pretty much no one ever goes in here and looks at all the options that they have. So Shopify gives you like 9 designs to start with. And so update yours if you haven't. So the free theme is literally how your website looks. It's the design. If you go in there, once you click the free theme things, this is going to pop up. And there's like 9 of these. And you see how now they're a lot better than what they were. The first version of Shopify themes were mad ugly. And now they've made them more optimized to where it looks more like an up-to-date Shopify store. So you can do that. You can do the free version, which I recommend. You can customize it out. You can really make it look good without having to go and buy a template. Shopify does have a template store. Their templates range anywhere from 160 to 240. You can also go on places like Etsy, or other people will sell Shopify templates, which just means that you'll buy their template, they'll send you a code, and you'll upload their template to your website. So you can get a highly optimized, highly professional Shopify account without having to hire a web designer on your own. But I thoroughly recommend, if you're just starting out, one of these themes is going to get the job done. So making sure that that's in place. And then again, so when you're looking for the Shopify theme store, if you decide, nah, Christina, I want to buy a better one, you're going to go right here under Shopify theme store. It'll be right there. All right. Next, we're going to talk about inventory management. If you want to make money, the biggest things that I would say focusing on when it comes to Shopify are going to be your inventory management and next your pictures. I'm going to spend a lot of time on the pictures. So with your inventory management, there's some things that you need to consider. First, making sure you have the correct amount of inventory in. If you've got 5 shirts, you need to make sure it says 5 on there. Y'all, if your item is sold out, take it off the website. It does not make you look cooler because you have stuff sold out. It's actually not good to be sold out. That means you didn't forecast for the sales that you're projecting. So it's not cool to look like it's sold out. The only time I think that is applicable to keep sold out items on your website is if you are in the hype beast category. For those who don't know what a hype beast is, that's a very trendy, very exclusive clothing line, shoe line, or fashion line. If you're like a Supreme, if you're like a Staples Pigeons, fine. But if you're not in a hype beast category, you're not selling something super, super exclusive like fashion, like Telfar, it doesn't make any sense. Take it off your website. Next, you want to have full product descriptions. I am so surprised how many Shopify audits I do, and there's no product descriptions. If you guys are buying from a vendor, the vendor's already going to give you the specs. And the specs are the boring information about the product. You know, what it's made out of, the dimensions, all of that stuff. They already give you that. Copy and paste that into your product descriptions. Then you're going to write your own product descriptions. Product descriptions are literally prime real estate for selling. And it's crazy that people are not updating I go on pretty much 60% of my websites, and there's no product descriptions. That is where you're going to write in your own words why somebody should buy this item. For example, if you sell clothes and it's a sweater, your product description should be perfect sweater for a night out going to the pumpkin patch with the family. You want to use this as an opportunity to position in your customer's mind why they want to buy this. These really need to be taken seriously, and I have a couple resources if you guys DM me on captions. I have a friend who literally makes Shopify description captions for you that are high converting. But spend time thinking about your Shopify your Shopify descriptions. That's not something that you need to overlook. And you look mad unprofessional not having that. It's lazy. So you want to have the description of the actual product that is usually given to you by your vendor. And then you also want to have your own description. So that will be kind of at the top. The first paragraph is the one you write. And then the second paragraph is the product information. Because you'll be surprised, people look at that stuff. Like if someone's allergic to nylon, I need to see what's the shirt made out of. If you don't have that, I'm not buying from you, and I'm not going to go look for the information either. So making sure that you fully optimize your product descriptions. Next, inside of Shopify, it will ask you what you paid for the product. So if you are selling socks and you have a vendor and the socks cost you $1.26, it will ask you what did you pay for it, how much are you selling it for, so you can see your profit margins. You need to be getting in the mind of doing this so that when you're looking for reporting when you start selling, the reports can populate properly. Y'all just be uploading the pictures. Y'all be putting publish. Y'all be putting in how much y'all paid for it. Nothing. And then when you're trying to figure out what's my gross profit, if I'm making money, you didn't even go put in this data to even be able to populate a proper report. So please take the time to fill out all parts of the categories that Shopify has if you want to be able to get proper reports to be able to figure out how you're making or losing money. All variants and sizes. Now this gets a little tricky. Say you're a boutique and you only sell one product, like you sell one purse, but say you have it in 5 colors. You have a small inventory. I recommend actually uploading each color individually because it'll make your Shopify look more full. I don't recommend you having the product in there and you putting all the colors because it doesn't look full. And then it's like, well, they got one purse, that's it. So if you have a small inventory in multiple colors, upload them separately so your inventory can look more full. Once you start growing your inventory, then you can add this sweater, and then they can click down. It's like I can get it in pink and red. Also make sure the pictures switch by the color. So if I click to pink, I should see a pink sweater. If I click to red, I should see a red sweater. Think about how you shop. Shopify makes it easy for everyday people to have mad professional websites. There's no reason why these websites be looking janky, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all the game. So make sure you guys do that. Make sure the size is in there. Make sure the color's in there. If there's a price adjustment because of a bigger size, put that in the product descriptions. Sizes XL and to 4XL go up by $2. Make sure you've given them as much information as possible for them to be informed and know what they're getting themselves into. Categories and collections. Big rookie mistake I see with Shopify's is that you guys just upload it, it be a shop all button, that's it. If you are selling t-shirts, bottoms, and accessories, you're going to make a category for all of them. I'm not looking for what you sell. I don't have time to do that, and none of your consumers do as well. There's too much competition, right? Shopify has 2.1 million active users every day. We can just go to another website who has it readily available. So what you're going to do first, number one, you're going to upload all your inventory, and you're going to do all the first 3 steps. Upload it all, right? Uploading it all is going to give you the shop all function, so it's all in there. Then you're going to create collections. You're going to create collections. So you're going to say tops, and you're going to make them manual. Do not make them automatic because it makes it complicated. You're going to manually create a top collection, a bottom collection, however many categories you have. You're going to create all of those. Once they are created, you're going to go back into those collections, and you're going to add all the items manually that go into these collections. When you push publish, it will then show automatically in your navigation, shop all, tops, bottoms, t-shirts, accessories. It'll show it all and all the things that you've put into that collection. That is how you start to look like a real e-commerce company. Think about Foot Locker. Foot Locker don't just got a shop all button. They have so many different drop downs. If you can diversify it by kids and women. I have a client who sells scrubs. Let me tell you all the ways I have empowered her customers to shop. They can shop by style. They can shop by color. They can shop by price point. They can shop by industry. Are you a nurse? These are the ones for you. Are you an SCNA? These are the ones by you. They can shop by problem. They can shop by size. I want them to have no reason why they cannot find what they need. And that is how yours should be. Make sure you have make sure you have a shop all button, and make sure you have all of your categories collectioned out. Now, now you have your regular categories, your regular stuff. Now, say you're coming out with a special line for Black Friday. So you about to drop some exclusive shirts that's only going to be available for Black Friday. That's going to be a collection. So you're going to make another collection just for those shirts. Nothing else is going to be in there. So that way when you're building your page, it'll only go out to that catalog. So just make sure whatever the intentions are, you're creating different collections to put your products in there. Don't be lazy and just upload them all and assume because you drove somebody to your website, they're going to look, because I'm telling you we're not. Then, this is my favorite, SEO descriptions. A lot of trends I see, especially in the boutique world, is that they'll name their products after their friends. So it'll be like the Jasmine sweater. I don't know Jasmine. I don't know who Jasmine is. I'm not here to look for Jasmine. I'm here because I want to buy a red sweater. Title your products based on what they are. Now, in the captions, if you want to say, this is our Jasmine sweater, fine. But the actual title of the product needs to say red cotton sweater. And you know why? Because when you're uploading these and these go live, this shoots out to Google. Google don't know who Jasmine is. Google knows what a red sweater is, though. And Google knows that more people are looking for a red sweater. So you do yourself a disservice, because guess what? If I type in red sweater, a whole bunch of red sweaters are going to pop up. Because you named it the Jasmine sweater, you're not in that. Because ain't nobody typing in Jasmine sweater. So make sure you're actually titling your product images and your products what they are. If you're selling a broom, it needs to be a broom. It don't need to be the magic yellow broom from God. It literally needs to be what it is. That's going to help for when you do the shop all, you connect. Also, and the last thing, so I'm going in order of how you would do it if you're actually in your Shopify store. It'll go inventory, product description, how much you paid for it, price. At the bottom, it will say SEO description. The SEO description is what Google analyzes. If you don't know what to write here, take that red sweater, go to Fashion Nova, and see what their product descriptions are. You're going to copy and paste their product descriptions, and you're going to alter it to your brand so that your product descriptions match a competitor's product descriptions, and you can come up in this search. It is not hard for a small business to pop up in the SEO search if you are properly titling your products. Also, as a whole, when it comes to just selling, this is just a side note. Don't try to sell everybody everything. I'm not saying that you can't be a boutique or a clothing line that sells a full range, but your e-commerce store has to be known for one thing. I do this all the time with boutique owners. Fashion Nova got popular because they sold jeans. They got popular for selling jeans. They paid a whole bunch of money for influencer marketing, and they only focused on their jeans. Once they got enough people buying their jeans, then they expanded. Y'all, they got men's clothes now. They got kids' clothes now. But you have to get them with something. And it is hard to target somebody if you're trying to sell them the whole line. So what in your inventory can you bank on? Like, nah, these socks, they better than Nike. What can you bank on right now that you can keep selling and everyone's going to buy for that? And that is what you're going to focus on. The premier destination for sweatpants. The premier destination for our famous purse. Focus on run product first, get them to your store, and then you can build on. A lot of times you guys are trying to sell everything at once and it's not working. We already have so many options. Train me to only come to you for this. Another example, I have a boutique that I follow, and she sells sweatpants. So I only go to her for sweatpants. Y'all, she done dropped these slippers, and they match my sweatpants, and they blue. So now I got to go cop the slippers. But she's trained me to come to her for sweatpants. And later, she added on slippers. She didn't try to sell me sweatpants, socks, slippers all at once. She got known for sweatpants. So keep that in mind when you're building out. Not to say that you can't have other products because you can upsell people, but you still need to be known for one thing. And I think if more online e-commerce websites understood that they need to focus on one thing, you exclude the competition. But when you're trying to be just as big as Supreme, you ain't got no warehouse for that. Focus on one thing, and that will help your inventory management. All right, now, product images. Product images will make or break your website. If you don't take the time to put out the most fire image you have the capacity to do, you are making it so hard for you to sell. And I'm giving you two different options because I don't want no excuse. Y'all better not come to me and tell me y'all can't make no fire pictures. This picture right here is a professional product image, and I'm going to tell you exactly where you can go to get something like that. Y'all, that picture I took on my iPhone. That picture right there, I took on my iPhone. That picture right there outperforms this picture on an iPhone. There's no reason why y'all be having these janky pictures on your website, y'all. Come on. Hit me up. We can take some pictures. I got friends. It's just getting a little crazy. Okay? And so there's going to be 3 types of product images I want to see per product. I'm not saying you have to do this all at once. Maybe you focus on getting all the flat lays. Then you do the lifestyle. But if you can get all of these types of pictures for every one of your product, you look intentional, you look like you care about your product, and you look like you're here to get some money. The first is a flat lay. Flat lay is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to lay your product on a flat surface and take it from an overview. That's what it is, a flat lay. You can use other lifestyle products. So like them look like wellness pills. So they got like flowers and an orange, whatever. But we want to just be able to see it on a flat surface so we can see what it's going to look like when it comes to our door. That is the first type of picture you need. Next, these are lifestyle photos. That's actually my client in the red. So she sells scrubs. So what we did is, because I already had her customer avatars, I already know who she's selling to, I made sure all of her models looked like one of her customer avatars. So that is a lifestyle photo of what it will look like to buy her scrubs. Don't they look happy to go to work and save some lives? So you want lifestyle photos. And then I even took it a step further. She just did a spring campaign. So we went out and we took pictures in a spring with her spring colors at the springy stuff. So I don't know, some spring stuff. So, but you want lifestyle pictures. You want to show your customer what it will look like for them to have your product integrated into their life. Very, very easy. If you guys want this photographer, I can give you guys her too as well. Next, you want it on white. I need to see it on white. I need to see what I'm finna buy, especially with like clothes. Like I need to be able to see, look, I'm going like this. I feel like I gotta touch it. I need to see the texture. I need to see what it looks like. So if at all possible, this is the easiest one to start with because you can take the picture on your iPhone, you can go into Canva, you can remove the background, and you can upload the pictures. So if y'all can't do the other two, y'all can at least do that one. We want to see it on white so that we can see what it is that we're looking at. Make sure when you're if you're using your phones, make sure your phone is in 4K if you have a 12 or higher, so that you're getting the optimal use out of your phone. So on white. Start with on white. It'll look all, and then go back in and add a flat lay, and then go back in and do a lifestyle campaign. Train yourself to try to get these types of photos for all of your products. That's number one, going to look super intentional. Number two, is going to give you 3 levels of content for each product. That means you have to post each product at least 3 times. You got a white picture, you got a lifestyle picture, and you got a flat lay. So that's 3 different times to market one product. And I told you guys in my first session, they need to see it 7 to 11 times. So you already got 3. Now you only got to work on 4 other pieces of content for each product. So those are the types of pictures. Now, if we're going back to this picture right here, that was taken by a company called Suna. Suna is my best kept secret. It is a virtual platform for photo shoots. You can send them your product. You will log into this really cool video software. You'll sit down at your computer, and they will have your product, and you can see them taking pictures of your product. They have a live chat open, so as you're taking pictures, they have somebody like, do you want us to turn it? Do you like it like this? We can add these little oranges right here, boom, 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 boom. You don't have to leave your house for you to get professional flat lays, and they do everything. They do gifts, they do videos. It is a little pricey, but it's worth it. I always tell my clients, like, do a couple at a time until you can, get them all. If you remember we talked about having that best product, each photo is like $39. So pay the $39 for your biggest product. You will not be disappointed. It is absolutely amazing. I literally use this for everything. I don't even go looking for photographers for flat lays and product images. I just send the products to them, shoot it. I can do it straight from home. There's no excuse. So that's what you can do for photos. Now, Shopify, the reason why Shopify is absolutely amazing, and I don't like their competitors like WooCommerce and Wix, is that in order to get a lot of features with their competitors, you have to pay for that, like off top. Like they want their money just for you to download it. Shopify, for the most part, most of their apps have free trials that you can really utilize out to as far as you can utilize them before you have to start paying for them. But a lot of these features are embedded in, it just come with Shopify. And in their competitors, you literally have to, like you want to pay for a pop-up, like you want something to pop up on your screen, you got to pay for that, and that's annoying. So you're going to want to focus on a couple different types of apps that you need to have in your Shopify, connected to your Shopify. So the way that Shopify is powerful is that they have an entire store of powerful apps that allows your your website to do anything. All of your most popular e-commerce sites have Shopifys. They just got developers so you can't see that it's Shopify. Kylie Cosmetics, that's a Shopify. Supreme, that's a Shopify. Any of the big ones, Shopifys. They just have a developer that could take all the little Shopify stuff up at the end. So you want to have an email marketing app, a review app, a sales conversion app, and a rewards program. Start out with these. It can get very expensive, and the more apps you have, the more expensive your website can be, but just start with these, just starting off. Okay? First is my favorite. Look, I think it's pronounced Clavio, but I'm Puerto Rican and I say Clavio. So don't say it wrong. I don't know how to say this word. I think it's Clavio, but don't quote me. So this, I'm not arguing about this. This is the best email marketing app you could possibly have for a product. It will segment your customers for you. So say, boom, Christina, I done had these apps, but I've been selling on my Shopify for a year. It will categorize how many people have spent $100 with you, how many people have at least spent $50, how many people have bought shirts, how many people haven't bought from you in 30 to 60 days. It will do a lot of segmentation for you. But what's so powerful about Klaviyo is that you can create such powerful segmentations based on buyer behaviors that this app will sell for you. It's wild. The biggest thing with Klaviyo is that you need to make sure that it's segmented. So I recommend you have a collection for people who spent $100 with you, people who have bought from you within the last 30 days, people who have bought less from you in the last 90 days, people who haven't bought from you in the last 120 days. And this will allow you to send different emails to each of these different segments. So you're not spamming your whole email list. A lot of times when I analyze people's email marketing, y'all sending the sales list to the whole list. And then you're wondering why people are unsubscribing because no one wants to be sold to all the time. But the people who spend $100 with you consecutively, they want those sales. So what you're going to send to somebody that's always buying from you and what email you're going to send to somebody who hasn't bought from you lately, those are going to be two different things. And Klaviyo lets you do it all. So you don't need no other app. This is the one for email marketing. It has welcome sequences, nurture sequence, literally customer journey. I mean, I could go on and on. Like I spent hours playing around and optimizing my clients' accounts to get the money. And to the point where they're so optimized now, they just be collecting sales because we got it figured out. Next is your review app. So you guys have heard the term user-generated content, and now with the rise of Gen Z, there are user-generated creators. That's just people in your stuff. So instead of you chasing down people to get reviews, you're going to download this Judge Me app, and every time somebody buys from you, it's going to ask them to leave you a review and ask them to send a picture in with them in your stuff, and they'll give you a promo code. It does it for you. Then you can go and see how many people have bought. You can get those reviews all on your own, and you don't have to do it. That's super, super important because, like on Amazon, I don't buy nothing until I read the reviews. So the more reviews you have, the more sales you'll get because you'll see other people are buying your stuff. So it's very, very important to collect sales. And it's annoying to have to chase down reviews, so this app does it for you. Next, you want a sales conversion app. The sales conversion app is amazing. So say you have multiple products. Say you sell a sweater, jeans, and a sock. You can go in here and say you want them to be paired together. Like, nah, this sweater go with these jeans. They gonna hit them with it, right? What you're going to do is you're going to go in there and you're going to say anybody that buys this sweater, recommend that they add on this jean and then recommend that they add on this sock. So this allows for you to be able to pair items together and promote them to add more things to their cart based on what you want them to do. And it automatically does it for you. What's even more amazing, after this has been on your site for like 30 to 60 days, it will optimize the trends of your consumers and start adding things based on their user behavior. And it connects to Klaviyo. So now you got it adding, you got it emailing, you got it selling, you got reviews. You're booming. And you don't have to do anything. You just have to take the time to optimize this and manage it and set it up properly. And the last thing you're going to need is a rewards program. You need to find a way to incentivize your customers to buy from you. There is a world of people asking for money all the time. So this one is called Smile, and it's an amazing, very, very highly customizable rewards program where you can do it by points. You can do it like, hey, after you spend $10, we're going to send you a gift card. Whatever you want, you can pretty much do within the Smiles app. But you want to have email marketing, reviews, something that sales convert, and a rewards program. Now, your analytics. You've done all the things I said. Your inventory is managed properly. You have all the apps. Your website looks good. Then here are if you're not focusing on anything else, I want you to focus on these things when it comes to your Shopify website. Your sessions. A lot of times you're not selling because you don't have enough sessions to your website. That is important if you know that you want to invest in ads. Another big problem is that you invest in ads too soon. There's no reason for you to be paying for Facebook and Instagram ads if you're not even getting people to the site. So sessions are literally how many people have visited your website. Your goal at minimum out the gate is you need 1,000 people should be coming to your website on a monthly basis. That is a minimum. So that is what you need to focus on. You don't need ads until you have sessions, because the way ads work is they retarget based on who's come to your website. Well, y'all, if y'all ain't got nobody coming to your website, what they going to retarget? And so when you're spending money on ads and you're like, it didn't work, it's because you didn't have enough sessions to even have an ad. So you need to focus on, and that's for anybody. That's just not for, e-commerce. Any service-based business, 1,000 sessions. How can I get somebody to have 1,000 sessions on my website? That means you need to always be going back to your website. I don't care if I got 2 things to say. Hey, guys, my announcement's in a blog on my website. Go ahead and check it out. I send everything through my website to ensure that I'm getting those sessions. Because when I do want to invest in ads, I want to make sure that I have enough sessions for it to actually be an ROI on my time. Next, you want to focus on your average order value. Y'all, I literally, before I was a marketing director, I was a broke college student and a single mom, and I had like 4 jobs. I got fired from all of them, too. I done worked everywhere. I done worked at Foot Locker. I done worked at Finish Line, Forever 21, JCPenney, in the Photo Portrait Center. I done worked everywhere. And so when I used to come to my shifts, they would say something like, all right, Christina, the ADS, the average dollar per sale. This is what we're focused on. That means when they come to your cashier, their products need to total up to this amount. You want to start thinking about that, how they think in a store, that's how you want to start thinking about that. So when I get with my clients and I take over a Shopify account, I go look in their analytics and I figure out what their average order value is. It'll tell me. And that's basically the average of how much people are spending. So if I see that their average order value is $50, and say my client comes to me and is like, I want to run a sale, we have to start at that number to keep that amount of sales. That means if they want to run a Black Friday sale, it needs to be $10 off of your purchase of $60, which is going to give me the $50, because that's their average order value. That's how you determine how much you're going to sell. You don't just blindly just be throwing out a number, 20% off the whole website. What's the math on it? And I also recommend that when you're doing sales, you don't do them by percentages, because, y'all, they can't count. I can't count. I don't know what the percentage is, but I know if $10 off 100 is 90. So do the math for people. Do the math for them. Don't leave it to them, because then I got to pull out my calculator and my nails is long. I might push the wrong button. So average order value is how you predicate how much your sales are for, and that's what you want to, that is your goal. So if your average order value is $50, you need to wake up every day and look at that Shopify. I need to make at least $50 a day. That's your quota. That becomes your quota until you start getting sales. Then once you start getting consistent sales, whatever your monthly is, so say you make $1,000 this month, don't try to jump to $2,000. That's too big of a jump. All right, I made $1,000 this month. I need to make $1,200. Now I need, all right, cool, I made $1,200, cool, I need to make $1,500. That's how you incrementally grow up. Don't try to make them big jumps, because it's really, really hard. But that average order value is how you predicate how your sales are and how much you want people to be spending as soon as they check out. Top products by units sold. You may think that your favorite product or your top product is the jasmine sweater that you're going to rename the red sweater, but that may not be what your customer likes. So again, referring back to my scrubs, we found out like she wanted to push sets. And I'm like, nah, we're not pushing sets. They keep coming for joggers. So in her Black Friday, Gifted Scrubs, a shameless plug, Gifted Hand Scrub, follow her on Instagram. Well, for her Black Friday campaign, I'm only going to focus on joggers, because that's what people are predominantly buying. That is her top product sold, and this has been over the last 2 years. They come for her joggers. So we are going to condition for the next 6 months people to come to her page for scrub joggers. Now, she sells the whole line. She sells everything, but y'all going to come to her for the joggers. So look at the top products units sold, and even if you have like all this other content going, you still want to keep an eye. You want to promote the top products sold, because that's what you're really making money on. So focus on that, and you can add all the other stuff in between. Then you want to do sessions by traffic source. How are people finding you? The goal is for your direct to be the biggest. Direct means people actually typed in Irene Marie Co. That means that you've trained people to remember your website name, and they're literally just typing it in. Other things on that one, it'll tell you like how many people came from Facebook, how many people came from Instagram. And I love that because then when it's time to argue, I'm like, get off of Facebook. It's coming from Instagram. I don't care if you're more comfortable on Facebook. People are finding you from Instagram. Get on Instagram. I'm going to shut your account down. You're gonna do this. So look at sessions by traffic source to figure out where it's coming from and double down and increase your presence on there. Gross profit report. It is so wild to me that y'all don't be looking at this report because this is the realest report ever. This is going to show you how much money you made, how much it cost you to make the money, and the money you're actually spending. A lot of times your products are not priced high enough, so you're going to look at how much money you made, how much it cost you, and your profit, and you're going to be like, I didn't make no money. Yeah, because it's not appropriately priced. So always looking at that gross profit report will help you be able to maximize your return on spending your time on your Shopify site. So if you don't focus on any of those other numbers on there, I want you to focus on these. The cost. Shopify is an amazing resource. You can really get your own Shopify jumping with this slide. Just do these little things and you'll be all right. It only costs $29 a month for the basic account. Y'all don't need Shopify Plus until you get in some real money. The Shopify Plus is $79 a month, and that just adds more advanced reporting. Don't worry about that right now. Well, you can upgrade when the time comes. And then you need the price of your domain. Do not buy your domain through Shopify. Please go to GoDaddy and buy your domain, because if you decide for some whatever reason you want to take it somewhere else, I don't know where you're going to take it to, but if you do decide that it's really, really hard to move your domain from Shopify if you bought it directly from Shopify. Pay the little $9 or $1, however much the domain costs, through GoDaddy and connect it to Shopify. But really, guys, that in a nutshell is Shopify 101. Focus on your template, focus on your pictures, focus on your inventory management, and focus on your apps. Optimize those. Until you can manage and know how to run every one of those apps, you've not done enough. You do all of those things, you follow this formula, you will begin selling on Shopify with no problems. Thank you so much. And if you guys want this slide, follow me on Irene Marie Co. DM me Shopify, and I will send you these slides.
Questions?
Yeah. Oh, do y'all got questions? Oh, my bad. I was like,
just
boom, drop the mic. I'm leaving.
Don't drop that mic.
I was talking long the last time, so I was trying to.
I'll punch you if you drop that mic.
Boom. Who got a question right there? Okay. Okay. What you mean? Mm-hmm. Like if you make your own shirts and you want to put your own shirts on your Shopify, just take a picture and put them on there. You can put this on there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And another thing, you can drop ship. I didn't even talk about that. Drop shipping is where you use someone else, then they're going to do all of the management and creation of the product. You can do that for Shopify too. You can use drop shipping in conjunction with Shopify. So you can connect your drop shipping to your Shopify. On the front end, they don't know you drop shipping. They're just going to see your shirt. They're going to purchase the shirt. It's going to go to your drop shipper. They're going to make it and send it out, and you're just going to get the money. You just book a call. I got you, girl. We'll figure it out. Next question. Yes, ma'am. Don't. I hate PayPal. They keep your money. That's a great question. So Shopify now has their own, like, you know how y'all got Afterpay and Klarna? They have their own called Shop Pay now, but you can use Afterpay and Klarna. I recommend to just do your due diligence. Again, a Stripe account. Stripe account is the leader in people being able to use Apple Pay and Google Pay, and they have the best. When you do the numbers, they have the best, lowest transaction fees. So Stripe account. Now, in order to create a Stripe account, you have to have your LLC because they will ask for that, and then you have to have your EIN. But get a Stripe account so that can be your payment processor. And literally, once you're in the back end, you'll connect it. You'll also connect your Shop Pay, which is Shopify's internal payment system. So if you don't have anything, you can still sell. Like if you don't have a Stripe account, you don't have all that, you can still sell through Shop Pay. But I recommend getting Stripe because you'll get more of your money. I don't recommend using PayPal, but you do need to have that as an option. But, once you make too much money with PayPal, they start holding y'all money, and it'd be very frustrating. But that was a great question. Somebody else got a question? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so this is a complicated question, but I'm gonna answer it. So I would, because I have a customer, a client like this. So I would have them buy it. You can make it a service on Shopify, like a digital product, right? And then you need to get Dubsado. Once they purchase it, so we can analyze them spending, it's gonna reroute. We're gonna connect it to Zapier. It's gonna reroute to a Dubsado form for them to appropriately ask all of your customizing questions, and you'll get your money first. Then they'll get the customizing questionnaire, and then you can do it there. Shopify is not designed for that in that way unless it's like a T-shirt. But I remember your business, and it's a little bit more complicated. So I would do Shopify. You need Zapier. Zapier is, you guys can write this down. Zapier is literally a product system that connects apps together that don't normally work together. So they make all of your systems talk to each other. So that's what I would do. They would buy it. And then we would connect it to Zapier, then it would send them a Dubsado form, and then it will come into your CRM system, and you would deal with it from there. Shopify doesn't have a way for you to fully do all the customization from there unless it's like T-shirts. But yours is a little bit more different. Yep. Uh-huh. So Clavio. I hope y'all figure out how to say that word. I don't know what it is. But any email marketing, just for you to know, any email marketing system will have the function for the pop-up. But once you create that one with the K, once you create that account, it'll ask you for a pop-up. And now SMS is trending, so they'll ask you to give them your email, and then after that pop-up goes down, they'll ask for your phone number. But it automatically does that for you. All you have to do is go configure it, push live, boom, it's on the site. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Okay, boom. I'm gonna walk you through the process. All right, cool. I'm about to open up a website. I'm gonna go to GoDaddy.com. I'm gonna buy my domain. You're a product business. You sell products. Then I'm gonna go to Shopify. I'm gonna create an account. Once I create the account, I'm gonna connect my GoDaddy to my Shopify. And your Shopify is going to be your website. It is your website and your store to do everything. It's just two processes. Any other questions? Yes, sir. Hey.
I've noticed in finding new people through Instagram, I've noticed I've got quite a bit of traffic that comes through Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get a new ad, new follow, new something, I usually send out what I feel is like almost too much information of this is the store, this is my website, this is how you get to the shop, these are classes, this is our, and it's kind of like an introduction, big message. You click the link, boom, it takes you right there.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed, as you said, that SMS is trending.
Mm-hmm.
How can someone avoid being annoying, even though you're trying to get out to
If they give you their phone number, they want to be sold to. So that's it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Klaviyo has email marketing, or Klaviyo, however you say it, has email marketing and text message marketing in the same platform. So you don't have to get another app. You can email and text from the same platform.
Is using something like that through Instagram to send out like a bulk?
No, that's a little spammy, and you can actually get blocked for that. So I would just, when you're engaging with people, I would just say, hey, here's a link to my SMS list or my email list. We'll share all the information about my business there and let them add themselves, because then they're saying, hey, I want to receive your information. That's the easiest way, and it's more time efficient. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Oh, yes, return policies. Y'all got to stop saying all sales is final, because you actually don't build trust when you do that. Return policies actually get you more customers. I get why, because it's more work on the business owner, but you got to find a way to work with the business owner. Even if you're not going to, like, they can't get their money back, but they can exchange. Even if you can't do a full return policy because of, cost of goods, at least come up with some sort of exchange policy. But if it is all sales are final, make sure all of that is listed at the footer of your website. Terms of services, you can go to the contract shop. They already have terms of services written by lawyers that you can pay for. You can also start in Google Docs. They have a template, and they have it, looked over by an attorney. But you need to have a privacy policy. That's for the client. That protects them. And a terms of service that protects you, and your return or exchange policy. That needs to be. And plus, that just, you want to alleviate people having to hit you up for questions. The more information you give them, the more you look credible, the more they want to buy from you, and the more they build trust. Yes, ma'am? Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just saying, come up with something, because I know as a small business, it might be impossible at this stage to have a complete return policy, but something to make them feel comfortable. Like, if this doesn't work, I'm just not out my money. You're gonna work with me. Something. So it doesn't have to be a full return, but even if it's a discount on we're sorry about your experience, we'll give you half off on the next one, or like a satisfaction guarantee. Like, we'll get it right. Something that allows them to feel like, I didn't just buy from you and that's it. That's the whole process. The more you can have, and we'll figure that out when we work together. The more you can have that, the more you build trust, and the more you look more big brand. You guys want to start moving like your Foot Locker and your Supreme and your Walmart. When you have the just completely all sales is final, it don't look like that. And as you grow, you have to learn that you have to spend money to make money. And taking back returns is a part of spending money to make money. Any more questions? Yes, ma'am? Oh, bro, I don't do, man, hair is, whoo, it's stressful. Them people in them bundles, they be getting a little vicious. Mm-hmm. 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 And they don't they got to get their head measured? Oh, God bless you. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's an app that you can get that's called Track Your Shipment. Like, Google that, and it's literally a button that we can make live on your site where you can give them a number and they can put it in on their website and see where they are in the process. This is my problem, though. If it's not ready in the 3 days, because my website clearly says don't make your appointment until you receive your hair. But they make it from the Friday and order it stuff Wednesday. So they'd go and be like, oh, it's a fraudulent charge. So what I would do for that, because I had a client to do that, is you're going to make them sign off and check to the same stuff a couple times. So you know how like when they're checking out, it'll be like, check here for your email subscribes? We'll check it there, and then they'll check it again, and then they'll check it again. So then when you go do the dispute, and we'll have that in your website, you can send that to your the people that do the fraudulent charges, and you'll win your cases.
So wait, so I can add like a policy.
We could talk afterward. Any other questions? Well, this was fun, guys. If you guys want the size, like I said, you guys know where to find me. Have fun at the rest of Startup Week. Thanks for hanging out with me for 3 days. Thank y'all. Have a good day.